Hey everybody, Sean from Media Assault here, and it's time once again for me to do another movie review. It is also time for me to reboot my series, which is based on this book, which is Joe Layden's Guide to Essential Movies That You Must See If You Read, Write About, or Make Movies. If you've been watching my channel or you've been subscribed since late last year, you may remember me doing a lot of movies that may have seemed sort of out of character for the channel, and that's because I was doing movies out of this book. And I kind of got away from it just because one was a little bit of apprehension about reviewing the movie I'm going to review right now, and some of it was just a little bit of, I guess, laziness on my part because some of these movies are not movies that I would probably watch on my own, which is the whole point of me reviewing the movies out of this book. It's not because I necessarily agree that these are essential movies that you must see. It's just that reviewing all the movies out of this book is going to allow me to see some movies that I haven't seen that I probably should see if I'm going to review films. You know, movies like I've done already, like The General and Citizen Kane and Gone with the Wind. These are movies that I've seen bits and pieces of but never sat down and forced myself to watch from beginning to end, and especially didn't do so with an intent to review them. Well, doing this with this particular book has helped me kind of improve, I guess, the movie experience, at least for myself. So this is mainly an educational thing for me, and hopefully you'll enjoy me suffering through some of these movies and enjoying most of them, hopefully. And enjoying is something I did with this particular film. This is next on the list. This is Taxi Driver, which was released in 1976. Of course, it was directed by Martin Scorsese. It was written by Paul Schrader. Features a score by Bernard Herrmann and cinematography by Michael Chapman. And I mention all of those things because the combination of the score, the direction, the cinematography, and of course the iconic performance by Robert De Niro as Travis Bickle, the lead character in the film, are what make this movie as wonderfully fantastic and especially deeply affecting and disturbing as it is. And for somebody like me who, will watch horror movies or, gory films or all sorts of weird stuff, for me to say that this is a disturbing film, especially at 35 years after it's been released, is a testament to what a great movie it is. Because, of course, if you're not aware of the story, I'll briefly describe it, but it tells the story of Travis Bickle, who takes a job as a taxi driver in New York City. He views himself as God's lonely man, and he's waiting for the day when a real rain will wash away all the disturbing and disgusting things he sees wrong with society. Drug dealers, prostitutes, all the things that you would find in a normal day in the Times Square of 1976 New York. The movie chronicles the transformation the Travis Bickle character takes after many repeated attempts to connect with just humanity. I don't want to give too much away about the film. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but one of the critical characters in this movie is played by Cybill Shepherd. Her name is Betsy, and this is one of the people that Travis Bickle attempts to make a connection with. He basically falls in love with her, and that does not go well. I won't say why. But that further propels him along this downward spiral to what is ultimately the climax of the film. And his other main connection is with a child prostitute named Iris, who's played by Jodie Foster. And how that plays out is also one of the highlights of the film, or lowlights, depending on your perspective. Taxi Driver was nominated for 4 Academy Awards: Best Picture, Best Actor for Robert De Niro, Best Supporting Actress for Jodie Foster, and Best Original Film Score for Bernard Herrmann. Unfortunately, it didn't win in any of those 4 categories. It did come out in an exceptionally crowded year, 1976, which was other movies like Rocky, Network, All the President's Men took away a majority of the film's possibilities of winning. And that's unfortunate because this is a movie that deserved to win, I would say, in all 4 of those categories. Jodie Foster's performance, while it does not equate to a long amount of screen time, is just pivotal in its importance in the transformation of Travis Bickle's character. And of course, it wouldn't work if her performance was lacking in any way. So if I had to give this movie a review, or a rating rather, I would have to give it, I mean, there's no question about it, it's a 10 out of 10. Again, this is a movie that I'm more familiar with than any of the movies that I've reviewed so far in the Essential Movies series, but that doesn't make it any easier to review. All I can say is, as a 35-year-old film, it stands up very well. It still is disturbing today as it was back then, and that's just a testament to how ultra-realistic it is and to the performance, the iconic performance of Robert De Niro. All I can say is, if you have not seen it, please go out, rent it, or buy it. If you've got a Blu-ray player, definitely get this edition of the film. This is just beautifully packaged. Can't say enough about that. And the film transfer is just immaculate. So there you go. Reviewing the Blu-ray would be a whole nother video. So thanks again for watching, everybody. As always, feel free to rate, comment, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. I am going to be restarting the Essential Movie series, hopefully with more regularity. Next up on the list would be Do the Right Thing from Spike Lee, as I continue the Americana chapter of the book, which basically looks at life in America through different perspectives. And of course, Taxi Driver is definitely a perspective that the film world does not see enough of. So thanks again for watching. Take it easy.